All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, fellow Greeks. My name is Kashana Palmer. I'm the CEO of Kashana & Co., a management and leadership learning company, and the chair of the HBCU committee for our 52-week challenge, 105 HBCUs in 52 weeks. What will we be able to accomplish together if we are able to leverage our resources, 139,000 of us and growing, for the purpose of elevating historically Black colleges and universities? And today I am so pleased to share time and space with Dr. Kevin James, who is the 19th president of Morris Brown. And I am so glad to have you here with me today. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely. Well, I just had to get you on record with me because 52 weeks is a long time to be raising money for one institution, much less raising it for all of the HBCUs. And
Right.
when I talked with you about what was happening at Morris Brown, I said, everybody has got to know what you are doing. And so I would love it if we kind of just meet the elephant in the room where it's at. The question that we get asked the most, friend, is, so Morris Brown is still open?
I get that question every day myself.
So talk to us. Tell us what is happening under your leadership, because it's so amazing, and where you see this great institution going.
Wonderful. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here today. I really appreciate it. Morris Brown College was founded in 1881. It's the only historically Black college in the state of Georgia that was founded by Black people and funded by Black people for Black people. And so this institution has been around for a very long time. And a lot of people indeed think that we closed. We lost our accreditation in 2002. Mm-hmm. And we as people believe that once you lose your accreditation, you're closed. Mm-hmm. And that's the conversation that has gone over for the last 17, 18, 19 years. But the fact is that we've never closed. We've been open since 1881. And we're one of the only HBCUs that's been able to survive over all of these years. Because accreditation is tied to federal financial aid, 9.9 times out of 10, when you do lose your accreditation, you do close. But because of our ties with the AME Church, because of our strong alumni base, we've been able to survive by a thread over all of these years. The institution under new leadership, I'm the new president. We have a new board of trustees. We have a new chairman of the board. We have a new CFO. We've been able, under this administration, to resurrect and to revive dear old Morris Brown College. And so over the past 16 months, we've been able to do some phenomenal things to get the institution's heartbeat beating strong again. Just a few of those things. We're now approved by the state of Georgia as a college. For the first time in a very long time, we're now approved by the Georgia Non-Public Post-Secondary Commission on Education. And so we're officially a college now. I've been able to work with the AME Church, the African Methodist Episcopal Church,
yes,
to get out of debt. We owe the church, and they've been very generous donors to the college over the years, but we owed a debt to them of $4.2 million. And quite frankly, we were not going to be able to become accredited with that debt on our books. And so I was able to negotiate with the church to get them to forgive that debt. And so now that debt has been forgiven. Our books are now clean. We've been able to double our fundraising efforts. We're raising money. We've been able to pay off our bills. We're in a much better financial position today than we've been in a very long time. And we're now ready to move this institution forward. Next week, we will be submitting our accreditation application to the Transnational Association of Christian Colleges and Schools to be accredited. And our goal is to be a candidate for accreditation in October of this year. Once we earn that candidacy, we will be eligible for federal financial aid again, and the floodgates are going to open up with students, and this institution will be thriving once again. And so keep your eye on dear old Morris Brown College, because under this administration, we're going to do something that's never been done in history. We're going to be the first Black college to come back 20 years after losing our accreditation. And so we're going to go down in the history books, and with the help of all of the Greek fraternities and sororities, we're going to do that.
And I love that so much. But I think, one of the things I want to just kind of zero in for a little bit, folks, I don't think some of you understand the amount of work that goes into having to turn around your books. Yes. And it's not just the block and tackle of the financials, the conversations, but in order for institutions like the AME Church, like some of your other creditors, et cetera, to forgive that debt, to restructure it, et cetera, there has to be a deep-seated belief in the strength of that leadership.
Absolutely.
That is a testament to the work you came in. So I've got to ask you, when the call came in and said you got the job, what was your initial reaction? Was it relief? Was it like, holy moly, what I get myself into? What was going through your mind? I know folks want to know.
Well, I was just named permanent president just a few weeks ago, but I've served as interim since March 1 of 2019. And so when I went in to when I was thinking about applying for the job, I knew that it was going to be a heavy task. I called one of my mentors and I asked her, I said, listen, I am going to be interviewing to be the interim president of Morris Brown College. What do you think? And she said to me, Kevin, that's never been done before. But, it's what she said to me, but if you are serious about this, I believe that you can do it with your leadership. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm serious. And so she said, well, go for it. And so I interviewed, 3 interviews later, here I am. And then, about 14 months later, here I am, the permanent president. And so I knew that it was going to be a heavy task. I knew that it was going to be a heavy lift, and it is a very heavy lift, but we have done some phenomenal things. We have some great momentum right now. The shareholders of the institution are buying into what's going on here, and we're moving the institution forward. And so they can see, it's no more talking. The community can see the wins that Morris Brown has been able to achieve over the last 16 months. And now we can see the light at the end of the tunnel regarding accreditation. And then once we become accredited, it's going to go on from there.
Open up. So a question for you. So the folks who are going to be giving to this push are going to be a part of your larger financial effort to demonstrate not just solvency, but vitality for the institution.
Absolutely.
What do you want folks to understand about this initial gift for those of us who are going to be giving the first time? I'm among them.
Yes.
And for alumni who are like, oh, let me go on and give them a checkbook out and do this again. What do you want people to know and understand about what their investment really says and what it's going to do?
Absolutely. So when people ask me, if I give this money, where is it going? It's 2 major umbrellas. 1, to operate, and 2, to show solvency and financial stability to the accreditors. Regarding this particular initiative, we want these dollars to go into that showing financial stability to our accreditors. Because we are now ready to submit the application, it's going to go in next week. We finished our audits. We've gotten everything that we need. We need to build up our bank account to show that we are financially stable. Morris Brown College did not lose its accreditation because of academics. HBCUs overwhelmingly do the best of educating us. We had some financial mismanagement issues, and then the whole financial stability component. So at this point, we've been able to raise enough dollars to be able to pay our bills. This push, this initiative, will go into proving to the Transnational Association of Christian Colleges and Schools that we have that rainy day fund, that we have dollars to operate if something were to happen, i.e. COVID-19, right? There's a lot of institutions right now that are going to have to prove to accreditors that they are still financially stable and can continue. Right. And so that's where we are. And so I want everyone to know that once you give to this fund, that you are literally giving to show to our accrediting agency that the school has raised dollars to show financial stability, and that we're going to have those dollars to be able to move the institution forward, and that we're financially stable.
I love that. And so when you think about the sort of what's next for the institution, what are the type of young people that you're excited to welcome? You know, what is the thing that you want to be the hallmark of the next phase of Morris Brown?
The next phase of Morris Brown is coming through what I call the hard reset. We have gone to the very basic in the beginning and reset everything, just like cleaning out your cell phone, the hard reset. And so we are going to be attracting the traditional student, the non-traditional student. One major component regarding the resurgence of Morris Brown is we're not going to be Morris Brown drumline. We're not going to be Morris Brown, 1990, because quite frankly, during bankruptcy, we lost 36 acres of our land. So we have approximately 7-8 acres. We have 3 buildings remaining. We don't have dorms. We don't have a cafeteria. So online learning is going to be critically important to the resurrection of our institution. Not to mention, we're going to have some new exciting programs. One example of a new program that we just got approved by the state of Georgia is we now have an esports program, the first in the state of Georgia, esports performance.
Esports is big.
Huge. And so we have a lot of things I can't talk about quite yet, but we have some great things coming down the pipeline regarding our new esports degree program. We have a new global business program. We've restructured our organization management program. We still have music. We still have our psychology programs. So where we're going as an institution is a new, revived, hard reset institution, but still keeping that HBCU culture, still, we're keeping our Morris Brown roots. And so that's how we're going to resurrect this institution.
I love that. Listen, folks, if you are not inspired to get behind the work that Dr. James is doing right now with this storied institution, I think you called it FUBU, right? For us, by us.
The original FUBU, for us, by us.
Your initial video, which I love. If you have not been inspired already by his initial video to us, I hope that this conversation and this Q&A where I got to ask him the questions that I know have been on your minds has helped you to go, all right, then let me go on and get my check and make sure that you all leverage the online giving tool. We have the click to pledge email that we have. There's a link you can go on and put your information in and become part of the donor family. We make giving easy in this challenge, and Morris Brown has come along with us for that journey. Has made it very easy for you to give. And so, Dr. James, I want to thank you so much for just taking a little bit of time out of your busy schedule, because you are doing like all the things, okay? You've talked to me about your schedule, and I was like, where, sir?
Yes.
Why is hair not gray? I just want to understand, because all my roots have grown out.
I know.
Need to be intact. Okay.
In a few years, I'll look like Obama, trust me.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And the success that will come from those gray hairs.
Yes.
So I want to thank you so much for your time. Y'all, if you have any questions, please direct them in the comment section below. And Dr. James, what is the best way they can contact your team if they want to get more deeply involved at the advisory level, at the trustee level, at the big donor booster level? How can they get involved with you?
Sure. Anyone can reach us at info, I-N-F-O, at morrisbrown.edu. Once again, that's info, I-N-F-O, at morrisbrown.edu. You can follow me on my social media handles at Dr. Kevin James.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Y'all, this has been wonderful. You really set the bar this week, okay? So listen to all of your fellow college presidents and so forth have to come and bring it for their institutions and for the work. So I want to thank you so much for your time. I'm Kashana Palmer. Please reach out if you have any questions. If you want to know more about how to get involved with the work we're doing over the next year, please email the BGLO 105 in 5252 at gmail.com, and someone from our committee will get back with you. I thank y'all. Make it a productive week.